John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.
This man with a conscience here at the Alcumalon Village, where each one reach one, each one teach one brick, one building, one block at a time. And as we often say, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And we show that we care by the things that we do. And once again, season's greetings. Hope everyone had a merry and happy Christmas, holiday, Kwanzaa, the whole 9 yards. Hopefully, everybody got exactly what they wanted. Most important for me, I like to make sure that all of my people do the best that I can that to put a smile on their face. And in doing so, I take it into consideration of trying to meet the need. They say if you see a need, you meet the need. And as you often have heard me talk about at one point in time or the other, about how people, have a tendency to say that I will pray for you. And prayer is always in order. Don't get it twisted. You can pray for me anytime, especially if you can get a prayer through. I would prefer a person praying for me that can get a prayer through. And I'm often piggybacking off of things that I've learned from my mother and father. And in these days and these times, in this particular time of the year, I takes it into consideration the homeless, the people that's in the shelters, the people that's in the convalescence home, you know. And when people take things like that into consideration, it's not nothing that you have to do, but when you think enough of others and begin to reach out and try to touch someone, I don't just jump out there to, excuse me, jump out there and saying I'm going to do this and do that. It's just that the Lord put things in my spirit to do. I see fit, I have been blessed and to be able to be over our home and foreign mission at Beverly's Memorial, better known as Hopper Avenue Church of God in Christ, where my brother Benjamin Beverly and his wife Jackie Beverly is the pastor and first lady. And they have saw fit to allow me to continue the food ministry, the gift giving from Goodfella boxes to coats to food to whatever we can do. And we're not able to do a whole lot, but we do the best that we can. And my father would always tell me, and unfortunately, in some cases, some people appreciate it, and then there are people that just don't appreciate what you do, no matter what you do. You never can do enough. But I always tell people to just do the best you can. Don't try to compete with nobody else that's giving or doing. Just do your bit, and believe me, God see what you are doing, and He will bless you according. And I would tell people, when I see the need, or sometimes, it don't even have to be that. It's just that it makes me feel good to be a blessing to others. And my father would tell me sometimes, he said, John, people don't have to care enough about you to do anything for you. But when someone takes the time out and think enough of you to do something for you, no matter what it is, no matter how big or small, they thought about you. and they thought enough of you to want to do something for you. And in some cases, little is much, because when you don't have nothing and somebody do something for you, and in some cases you may have everything and somebody do something for you, it makes you feel good. It actually makes me feel good to be blessed to be able to do something for others, and I got a nephew, Robert Price. He's in the convalescent home, and he calls me 2 3 times a month, and I used to would could pick had the time to pick him up and bring him to church, but unfortunately now, my wife, children, my wife and children, uh, Javon, not Javon, I'm sorry, but Taiwan, and my daughter Sean, would be pretty loaded in the car. They grown and they pretty big fellas. But sometimes the Lord bless me to be able to go and pick him up. And most of the time when I can't pick him up, I'm able to at least go and take him food. And he got a little friend that bees there with him, and I fix a plate for him too. And I used to with my barbecue, I would serve them. With he would like hot sausages, and sometimes I had the time to take it to him, and sometimes I don't. But sometimes my nephew, I think what he does is, if I don't have the time, he'll tell me that his roomie wants to order something, and I guess he figured if he tell me that his roomie want to order something, that he would that it would kind of put me in gear and make me go get up and go head on and get it for him. But if I have the time, I don't need an excuse. I don't need nobody else to push me, because I desire to do good. I desire to help people. I desire to lift people up, to help meet the need if I can. And when you can be able to do things like that, that's a good thing. And sometimes my nephew would tell me that his little friend wants hot sausages and things, and sometimes I can take it, and I would charge him, because I sell, barbecue and stuff. We do that from time to time. But here lately, the Lord has put it in my spirit. When I take it to him, I tell him, don't worry about it. So for Christmas, I wasn't able to go pick him up. But what I did is my wife and I, we fixed him and his friend a nice big healthy plate, and made him some banana pudding and a big plate, and a pop, something to drink their food with, eat to eat with their food, and took it to him, and he was going in his pocket. He said, "You want some money now?" I said, "No." I said, "I'm just blessed to be able to do this for you guys," and then they appreciated me and thanked me so much. And as I was talking to my nephew, the young man that was there with him, he was had jumped off into that plate, and it just did me all the good just to see how much he was enjoying it, and he was just thanking me, thank you, I appreciate this. And I said, no, I appreciate the fact that I'm able to do this, because one thing, you may be up today, but you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. And God forbid, I don't look forward to or think or want to be ever in that kind of position. I would rather be in the position to be able to give. And when I'm able to give, that's a blessing to be able to give. And but you never know. And I just hope and pray that if the Lord see fit for whatever He decide to change, and things change for me, and my life is no longer the same, that He would allow somebody to think about me and remember what I did when I was able, and reach out and be a blessing to me. So I don't take nothing for granted. I don't take life for granted. I live day by day, and I do the best that I can. And every day, I don't just run around looking to see who I could help, but when the Lord puts it in my spirit and touches my heart to do something for somebody, I don't ask no questions. I just do it. So I guess all I'm saying to you is that you may be up today, but you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. You know where you come from. You know where you're trying to get to, but you don't know where you're going. And you won't know until you get there. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow haven't got here. And it's not promised that we're going to be here tomorrow. So do all you can and whatever you can to help build people up, lift them up, encourage them. And if you could do something to help them. And just thank God for every day that He has blessed you to be here. Because so many went to bed last night and didn't get up today. Someone was telling the story yesterday what they was going to do today, but they didn't make it. But we are here, and while we are here, and while we are able to do some things, let's consider others as well as ourselves. Let's treat people the way we want to be treated ourselves. I tell my wife and I tell others, I tell my children the same thing. I said, don't you want to be loved? Don't you like to be loved? Don't it feel good when people love on you? And it do. So if it makes you feel good, how do you think it makes others feel when you love on them? Don't it put a smile on your face when someone thinks enough of you to do something for you? When you know that they don't have to, it makes you feel good. And I just want to try to encourage you, each and every one of you, take one day at a time. Don't be trying to hold on to stuff that you know you can't do nothing with. Be a blessing to somebody. You know, we have what they call hoarders, and sometimes we just have to kind of look through the stuff that we have and realize that somebody can use some of that stuff that we just got sitting and hanging up in the closet, food that we leave in the pantry to expire, so we throw away and get some more at a later date and keep replacing it, letting food freeze or burn. Sometimes just, go through that stuff, and after you see it, say, well, trying to figure out what you're going to do with it, just cook a little extra a couple of days every now and then and just reach out and bless somebody. They would appreciate it. Because like I say, you're up to date, but you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. So hopefully I said something that would encourage you, give you something to think about. And remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. And in Him we live, in Him we move, in Him we have our being. Thank you for listening to John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience, here at the Alkemalon Village, where each one reach one, each one teach one. One brick, one building, one block at a time. And as we often say, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And we show that we care about the things that we do. Thank you, and have a great day.
John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience.
Hello, everyone. This is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience. I want you to tune in to licmc.net radio every Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. Also, watch Comcast Xfinity every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Also, with my friends at the Consciois Village. My newest news is I have a channel on stream.com/London TV Net. 24/7 live streamed TV networks. The name of my station is John B. TV. And remember, this is John Beverly, the businessman with a conscience, where people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And thank you guys for listening.
A Kubalan Village presents youth field trip events Fridays 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. ages 5 to 17. $10 per person. Minimum 10, max 15. Saturdays and Sundays 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. $200. Minimum 10, max 15. Includes a Kubalan special, hot dogs, chips, and punch. Akubalan Village's activities and amenities: air hockey, pool table games, video games, foosball, karaoke, movies, TV, cafe. Located at 7701 Harbor Avenue in Detroit, Michigan, 48213. For more information or to schedule, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616. Credit cards, checks, cash apps, and Zelle accepted. It's our pleasure to serve you. Culinary pleasure. Have your next social event here at Akubalan Village. Recreation, Entrepreneur Cafe, Culinary Pleasure, Recreation, Education, Culture. For more information, call 313-921-1616, 313-921-1616.
I can't breathe. You alright? I can't breathe. Are you
Hey Nino, you shouldn't have.
fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere. much carbon dioxide can make your insides lopsided. Rebreathing VOCs from automobiles, trucks, and DOTs. How much PM10 are y'all breathing in? Y'all have no idea what's blowing in the wind.
Do I detect some PM 2.5? If you breathe too much of this, then you gon' die.
We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. Fresh air, fresh air. We got breathing stuff. 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 We got breathing stuff.
We monitor the air, cause we gotta breathe this stuff. Big businesses don't care. We make them listen up.
When the light is blue, we loving what we see. When it's red, mask up, hold your breath, don't breathe. Air quality index, AQI. We learning about what's in our air and learning why.
In your industrial park, factories make pollution in the sky and stay dark. Whoa.
We got breathing stuff. 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 We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. Fresh air, fresh air. We got breathing stuff. 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 Fresh air, fresh air. Can I get some fresh air? We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. We need fresh air, please, for all of us to breathe. Pollution everywhere, it's messing up our air. Fresh air, fresh air.
John Beverly, the Candyman, the businessman with a conscience, on LICMC.net radio every Saturday at 3 p.m.